I'm in the whip, I'm gonna rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, my bitch you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers. You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Mike, check. Real, Mike. Ready? Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a first. Now Trubisky lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Well, CD, let's look at Philadelphia's season here as they come back out here for this next drive. 5-7, 3 straight losses, but this last one was the real head-scratcher, 37-31 to the Miami Dolphins. And they had a chance to pull into a tie with the Cowboys because the Cowboys are 6-6. Still a chance at that division, obviously, but that was not a good look against Miami. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go, boys.
Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Howard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back out coming Chicago's offense, CD, and the Bears got the win on Thanksgiving over the Detroit Lions. Kind of interesting, 5th straight win over the Lions on Thanksgiving. They beat them last year as well, but that win, now 2 in a row, puts them back into the playoff race in the NFC.
5th straight on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, if you host Thanksgiving, shouldn't it be like a college team hosting homecoming? Shouldn't you have
it's an automatic win, right?
And they're getting jumped on by a bad deal, but you're right. The Bears are definitely back in the playoff race in the NFC, even though it's tough sledding in their own division with Green Bay and Minnesota setting the pace. But if Mitchell Trubisky continues to play at that level, coupled with their defense, the Bears could make some noise down the stretch.
Speaking of down the stretch, Final Four, they'll be home against Dallas on Thursday night at Green Bay, home for Kansas City and at Minnesota. So certainly not an easy game in that final group. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Powerful running.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down